Hey, Patrick here with Number One Fence, and in this video, I want to walk through everything: the price, how everything works, how we consistently add 5 to 10 new fence install jobs every month for all of our fence companies we work with around the country, and how we might be able to help you do the same if your area is available. And this seems like something that you would want to use to be able to help grow your company to the next level this year, right now in 2026. So we only work with one fence company per market. These little red pins are where we have companies that we work with all over the United States. And if you are not sure if your area is available or not, you can click the button below and see, and then go from there. We only work with one company per market, though. If people reach out after we're already working with someone, we turn them away in that same area. It just doesn't really make sense to compete with people that are in the same area that we're trying to help somebody grow. So we only work with one company per market. And the way it works, it's a one-time payment of $997. We build you out a website, set up Facebook, Instagram, Google local service ads, Google pay per click. We give you a CRM to automatically text your leads and follow up with AI and get information like their address and what kind of material they're looking for. I'll show you all that here in a second. And then also, I'll show you here in a second a fence estimating software that we build custom for your company so that people can get the price before they reach out, and so that you're not wasting your time with tire kickers or anything like that. We set up all that for you, and then we don't charge you again until you're profitable. So we will work with you until you get at least 5 closed jobs. And the average, profit per fence job, after talking to hundreds of fence company owners around the country, is $2,000 profit per job after material and labor. So like gross profit. And we will work with you until you make at least 10K profit. That way, you're at least tripling your initial investment with this plus the ad spend. So you do have to pay Facebook and Instagram and Google $50 a day for the ad spend to generate the leads. And you're profiting while you're getting a system installed that's consistently bringing in new work so that you can add more crews and add more guys and get sales guys and everything like that. And then from there, after that, then we start the weekly subscription. But that does not start until after you're profitable. If you want to cancel, then at the very least, you get a fence website, you get leads, you get some jobs. And if you didn't want to continue from there, no worries. It's all week to week. We don't believe that you should continue with us unless you're profitable, which is why we have it set up this way. And we're pretty chill about the subscription. Like, we won't start it until we're both, like, people are like, how do you track, like, and make sure that we're profitable? We don't. We just go back and forth, because really this has to work for you to win in order for us to win. So we have to make sure that you're winning first before we come to an agreement and continue to work together. That's the way that we operate. And then from there, this is the same system that helped C&W Fence, Justice Fence, W. Sander Fence, Rochester Quality Fence, H&H Fence, Southern Fence, The Fence Company, Top to Bottom Fence, Picture Perfect Fence, Hicks Fencing, Tobacco Road Fencing, Sam's Fence, Harmon Fence. These are all, if you scroll down below, I interviewed the company owners, and they talked about their experience with using this system that we've been installing in defense companies all over the country for the past couple of years now. So if you want to see if your area is available, you already know, like, yes, I want to do this. I want to get something installed to actually add consistent work so I can keep the guys busy, add crews and sales guys. Then you can click the button below, see if your area is available, and sign up. If you have any questions or anything, you could just shoot me a text. There's a phone number below, or you can call me and we can go from there. We just want to make it straight to the point. We do only work with one company per market. And once your area is taken, then we won't work with anyone else in that within that 50-mile radius. It's every 50-mile radius. And we set up a custom campaign combination. So all the leads go into what's called Vertex, which is like a fence Vertex type automatic AI follow-up system. And then also it's a pipeline. I'll show you here in a second. And we get you more qualified appointments, in-person quotes out, and close jobs. And from there, you can actually grow like how all these guys did. Southern Fence got 19 closed jobs his first 2 months. H&H went from $500,000 a year to $1 million a year. Justice Fence, they went from $9 to $10 million a year. They have 17 fence crews. C&W Fence got 140 fence leads in 30 days and closed 13 jobs. Picture Perfect Fence added 8 jobs in his first 30 days. W. Sander Fence, 15 new jobs in his first 2 months. And again, you can scroll down below and hear directly from all these guys on their experience. We also run hiring ads. We were just on with a client today setting up their hiring ads, because if you're getting more work and more jobs, you need more guys sometimes, right? Maybe you have subcontractors or whatever. And if you need more installers, we also help you hire them so that this way you can keep growing and keep getting bigger. This is for people that seriously want to grow this year. And from there, it's 50 to 100 qualified fence prospects. 20 to 30 quotes out and 5 to 10 new installs every month. Now, this is based off of $50 a day in ad spend. Remember, you have to pay Google and Instagram and Facebook and all the platforms in order to actually get the leads coming in, right? And this is based off 50 a day in ad spend. Now, we can do a lot more than that. Some companies spend significantly more than that. We work with multiple 8 figures and 7 figure, multi 7 figure fence companies all over the country. So this is just the average based off of 50 a day. And we can, of course, increase it from there if you wanted to. And again, companies get results within the first 30 days, let alone getting a system that's consistently getting them work over and over again. Like Rochester Quality Fence and CNW Fence have been clients with us for over 2 years now, almost 3 years. So again, it's a one-time payment of $997. We run everything until you get at least 5 closed jobs. After that, it's $397 a week. And that's all week to week. You can cancel whenever you want. If you do not get 5 closed jobs within the first 30 days and profit at least $10K, then we will work with you for free, meaning no other payment or anything like that until you're profitable. We want to make sure that you profit first before we start any kind of recurring charge, because it's the worst when you sign up for something and they have some kind of monthly thing or weekly thing, and then you're trying to make money while still paying more. We don't want to do that. It's a one-time payment. Then you profit. You can see that the system works. And then we go from there. Not until after you've at least tripled your initial payment with us, right? And then from there, we make it the number one fence company in the market, ideally. Dominate that local market with you, consistently add new jobs every week and every month and grow from there. Really, the next steps would be if you click the button below and then your area was available. If you signed up, from there, we'd schedule an onboarding call. You'd be redirected to a link where you can fill out all your company information and then schedule an onboarding call. 24 to 48 hours from the onboarding call, we launch the campaigns and start getting leads and appointments coming in and close the jobs. Okay, within 24 to 48 hours of that onboarding call. So whenever you were to schedule that for. Now, if we go through and just look at like some of the system here, so you get access to a Fence AI agent that's automatically texting leads. So like, for example, here, hey, first name, this is, appointment center from XYZ Fence Company. Want to come out and do an estimate. Do you have a specific style or material in mind? Yes, I live in Northwest Indiana. Just scroll in so you can see here, zoom in. Perfect. And it asks them what kind of specific style you want. They say that they're looking for vinyl. Okay, perfect. Vinyl fences are a great choice. Do you have a fence up, or would this be a new install, brand new install? Thanks for sharing. Do you have a timeline of when you want to get it right? So it asks them the timeline, the material. It also will ask them if they've gotten any other quotes in the last 30 days. Yes, I got a few quotes. This is all AI, because if you text the lead or contact the lead within the first 5 minutes of them reaching out, you increase the chances of closing that lead by 391%, studies show. So we have AI in there to text the leads, gather all this information, get the address of, what the company or where the client is located. Okay, perfect. Thanks for sharing. We'll call you soon and schedule a date and time. Now, they also sent a picture, and then you can see, hey, thanks again for setting this up. I just sent over a request, and then boom, we schedule an appointment and then go from there. Okay, so this way you can still reach out and clarify the date and time, so you're not booking appointments. We had this problem where we were booking the appointments for fence companies, and it just worked out better where the companies that we actually really want to work with usually either have somebody in the office or somebody that can work the leads anyway. So it just made sense to keep it this way. So then this way you can schedule the appointments and estimates so that they're in areas that are close to each other and you're not traveling all over the place, and it's more organized on that end. And also, like, look, you can see that as soon as the lead comes in, it'll come right into here. After it's contacted, you move over into contacted. Appointment set, no shows, then estimates given, jobs closed. You can see these guys have been with us. They started last January. It's now, April in the following year. So they've done 1.4 million in the last year. Also, we can track exactly where the closed jobs came from. So if you see here that, they have almost 3 million in estimates out, right? If we scroll back up here, let me just scroll out. Okay. So 2.8 million in estimates out, 1.4 in jobs closed. Now, if we look at this advanced filters here, we can actually see where the closed jobs come from. Okay, so let's say that we go to opportunity source, and let's just type in Facebook, right, to see if they came from Facebook ads, right? because we want to know exactly how much we're spending to get a closed job. Okay, now, if I put the Facebook ad filter on, we can see that 1 million of the estimates that are given, so almost a third, a third are from Facebook ads. Remember, this was 2.8, right? And then from here, the closed jobs is 393,000. Remember, that was 1.4 million, right? So we know exactly how much each one of our clients is profiting based off of what platform. We track all that. So then this way we know exactly how much, if it's a couple $100 that you're spending to get a closed job and it came from this particular campaign on Facebook, well, let's spend some more money there to make you some more money. We track everything to make sure that it's working so that you know that you're profiting. And then from there, let's say that a client reaches out and they want to make sure that they you get like the measurements, right? You can actually, we'll build you a tool that automatically will get you a lead that will fill out their on a map. I'll show you here in a second. Let me just type in this verification code, which also each one of the leads that come in, they have to type in this verification code to make sure that they're a qualified lead. Okay. And make sure it's an actual, when I say qualified lead, it's a legitimate phone number, right? Like they have to verify the phone number, right? And then from there, it says resending here. Okay, perfect. Okay, then I say draw on the map, continue your measurements. Okay, so this is just an example. This is the house here. So let's say that the customer draws an outline. Okay, just like a rough one. Okay, 491 linear feet. Next step, pick my material and all that good stuff. So let's do residential. Let's say there's a slight slope. Yes, there's a fence that needs to be removed. I acknowledge that there's underground utility. I go to next step. And we can customize this based off of what your prices are. Okay, so this is just an example. Let's say the 6-foot vinyl fence. And then I click see my estimate. Well, we can run ads, and we do this for our clients, that go to a page where they can outline their fence and they can get a price range before they reach out so that you're not dealing with tire kickers. And your logo would be right here, your phone number. So then this way they're reaching out and contacting you after they already have a rough estimate or idea of what they're going to pay. So you're not dealing with people who think that they're getting a fence for a couple grand, right? Okay, so if you want to see if your area is available, again, we do only install the system into one fence company per market. So if you want to see if it's available, then you can go ahead and click the button below. From there, you just go ahead if it's still available. If you wanted to sign up, again, we'll schedule an onboarding call, set up and run everything for you until you're getting closed jobs. Okay, then after you're profitable, after you can see that it's working, then we go from there for the $397 a week. But we don't start that until after you're profitable. Again, we want to make sure that you're making money from this first. Okay, so if you want to see if your area is available, and you can see the pins here, these are all where we have fence companies. You can type in below, check my area. You can click that button, type in your area, see if it's available. If it is, you can go ahead and move forward. If not, and you have some questions, my phone number is there below. You can text us, you can call us, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, we'll talk to you soon.